Want to know the real secret to wealth and happiness for life? Listen carefully, because this could change everything for you right now. Here it is. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Sounds backwards, right? But I've discovered something powerful. Your income rarely exceeds your personal development. Sure, sometimes money takes a lucky jump, but unless you grow to that new level, it'll slide right back to where you are. Life's funny that way. If somebody handed you $1 million tomorrow, you'd better quickly become a millionaire in your thinking. Otherwise, poof, it'll disappear fast. Ever heard this saying? If we took all the money in the world, divided it equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Why? Because success isn't something you chase after. It's something you attract by the person you become. So stop pursuing it. Instead, work on yourself, your mind, your skills, your character. True happiness isn't found in what you get. Happiness is found in what you become. Now, if you're excited and ready to transform your life, let me give you 3 powerful steps that can change everything. Your personality, your lifestyle, everything. Here they are. Number 1, find out how things really work. To change your life, you need ideas, powerful ideas. There isn't anything an idea can't change. My mentor Shof taught me something that blew my mind. He said the major problem isn't your problem, it's lack of an idea to solve it. When I first met him, I complained, I don't have any money. He looked at me and said, that's not a problem. I was confused. All this time I thought that was my problem. He explained, no, your problem isn't lack of money. It's lack of ideas on how to create money and wealth. See, once you get the right ideas, you can change anything. But to get these ideas, you need to become a student of success. If you want to be successful, study success. If you want to be happy, study happiness. If you want to be wealthy, study wealth. Don't leave it to chance. Make it a study. Some folks just drift through life with their fingers crossed, hoping things work out. That won't cut it. You've got to study the things that can transform every area of your life. Shof also told me, when you discover something that works, don't keep it in your head. Write it down in a journal. Don't use your head as a filing cabinet. Put it in your journal so you can do something magical. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Review it over and over, and something mysterious happens. Those ideas take root, start growing, and suddenly show up in your bank account, your appearance, your personality, your entire lifestyle. Now, if you're curious, and you'd better be, let me share 3 ways to discover life-changing principles. First, read. Every successful person I know is a reader. Their curiosity drives them. They just have to know more. They read. Become self-educated. Standard education gives standard results. Check those statistics and see if that's enough for you. But if you want extraordinary results, you must educate yourself. You can learn from your own experiences. That's one way. But wouldn't it be smarter to learn from other people's experiences too? Just one book might save you 5 years of painful mistakes. Did you know there are books on becoming stronger, more decisive, a better speaker, a better leader? Books on developing personality and influencing others? Did you know hundreds of successful people have written exactly how they did it? And yet most people never read them. How would you explain that? You don't need to read half the night, just 30 minutes a day. Every day, read something positive, challenging, inspirational, or instructional. Become a hungry reader. Here's the second way to discover success principles. Listen to successful people. Get around winners and listen. You can learn from unsuccessful people too. Take notes on both. Find out what poor people read, and don't read it. That's valuable information. But also learn from positive examples. Listen to what successful people say and how they say it. Now here's some of my best advice of the evening. And most people won't do this. Poor people should take rich people out to dinner and listen to them talk. I know what you're thinking. He's rich. Let him buy his own dinner. I can barely afford my own meal, let alone treat some wealthy person. And that's exactly why they stay behind. If you're struggling, one of the first things you should do is find someone who's successful and offer to buy them dinner. Spend $50, $70, even $100. Go for the full experience. When you get a successful person eating and talking for 2 hours, they'll drop ideas in your lap that could multiply your income by 2, 3, even 5 times. But you're right. Poor people rarely take rich people out to dinner. Here's the third way to discover success principles. Observe like your future depends on it. You can pick up incredible ideas just by watching successful people closely. Why? Because success leaves clues. Watch how that successful woman shakes hands, how that successful man responds to challenges. People who excel do certain things consistently, and if you're clever, you can spot these patterns. Watch everything. If someone's making $10,000 a month, I'd even study how they walk. Maybe that's their secret. Someone might say, "That's a weird way of walking." I'd say, "Yeah, but it's worth $10,000. I might not have the money yet, but I've got the walk." Change has to start somewhere. Be an unusual observer of what works. You can pick up ideas tomorrow that could change your entire life just by paying better attention. Remember, there are two ways to see. There's sight, seeing with your eyes, and there's insight, seeing with your mind. With your eyes, you see things. With your mind, you see solutions. Put both to work. And the best advice for developing both? Pay attention. Don't miss anything. Wherever you are, be there 100%. Now, we've spent extra time on finding out how things work, but it's critical. Let's move to step 2 for changing your life. Number 2, go to work on yourself. If there's anything to get excited about, it's this. Get fired up about your ability to make yourself do necessary things. What could you make yourself do starting tomorrow that would completely change everything? No telling. Isn't that exciting? On any given day, you can massively change the direction of your life. Here's the key to discipline. Start with the little disciplines. Get excited about the small things you can control, because those lead to the big disciplines later. You can't handle life's major challenges unless you first master the minor ones. Make a list of all the small things you can do and get right on them. Discipline yourself both for the results and for building your discipline muscle. When life hands you bigger challenges, you'll be ready. You'll have the strength. But if you can't handle the small stuff, you'll collapse under the big challenges. Another essential ingredient, self-motivation. I don't know why we call it self-motivation. It's really the only kind there is. You have to motivate yourself. Don't give that power away to someone else. Some people say, "Boy, if somebody would just come by and turn me on." But what if they don't show up? See, you need a better plan. You must take action on what you've learned. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. You'll become a fool. Let your learning lead to action. You'll become wealthy. And there are many kinds of wealth. Money is one of the least important values. I know people with lots of money who are desperately poor in what matters. Here's step 3 for transforming your life. Number 3, don't try to beat the system. All through life, we need these little cautions. This one's simple. Discover how success works, then work it. But don't try to beat it. Some people learn just enough to start cutting corners, shaving a little here, slicing a little there, looking for shortcuts and cheap answers. Don't fall for that trap. You'll end up with a cheap life. Find out how success truly works and do it that way. Even if it seems to take longer, do it right. Don't compromise with what's right. If I could sit down with you tonight, just you and me, my personal advice would be this. This year, reach down inside yourself. Pull out more of those remarkable human gifts that are waiting there. They're inside you right now, waiting to be used. You can change anything you want to change. I challenge you because you can change. After tonight, you never have to be the same again, unless you choose to be. Starting tomorrow, what will you do differently that will change your life's direction? That's the question. What will you do tomorrow that will make a difference? If you don't do something different tomorrow, guess what? Everything stays the same. You can predict your next 5 years by looking at your last 5, unless you make a major change tomorrow. You can change everything, change a little, or change nothing. It's choice time. You can do whatever you want. But isn't it amazing to know that any day you wish, you can completely transform your entire life?